talk apertures. We know that the aperture is the part of the camera that is the hole that opens and closes to let light onto the sensor. We know that it's measured in an f-stop. But what actually is an f-stop? So f stands for focal length. F-stop is worked out by dividing the focal length by the diameter, so the width of the circle, the hole, that is the aperture. So this means that your f-stop is actually a fraction. 1/16 is actually 1 part of a 16th. It now helps you to understand why f16 is a smaller hole than f2, because 1/16 is a lot smaller than 1/2, which is what 1/2 is. To help it make even more sense, you can actually do the mathematical equation behind it. So, for example, if you have a lens that is 80 millimeters and you are shooting it at f4, you divide 80 by 4 and you get 20 millimeters. So that is the width of your aperture. But if you have an 80 millimeter lens that you're shooting at f16, so you go 8 divided by 16, you then get 5. So that means the hole is only 5 millimeters wide. So this is why f-stops may seem confusing, but when you understand the mathematical principle behind it, it makes a bit more sense. And here are a few other mathematical principles about aperture. When you go up an aperture number, you are actually halving the amount of light that is now hitting your sensor. And the reverse is now true. When you drop down your aperture number, you are doubling the amount of light that is hitting your sensor. When you use a higher aperture, like f16, you actually get sun stars or sunbursts. So there's really bright bursts that you get when there's a bright light in those photographs. An aperture is made up of blades that move together to create the circle. But did you know the amount of blades in the aperture actually determines whether the bokeh, or the blurred parts of your photograph, are a polygon or if they're a circle? So here you go, a few more fun facts about aperture that I hope help you understand it a bit more.